Josh Cullen isn't here, so does that mean that you're worried about his fitness? Is he ruled out?
No, he's not ruled out. I think we'll have to see how today goes. We'll train today. Seamus. Callum O'Dowd obviously has picked up sort of a groin strain. So Robbie Brady has joined the squad last night, and Adam Ida is fully fit. He's okay. He's absolutely fully fit and ready to go.
Does he come into your plans then?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he comes into the plans, and he trained well yesterday, and he's been playing consistently for Norwich every week, and so he comes back into the squad.
What did you think of the French performance against the Netherlands?
Yeah, listen, they were very good. Obviously, we've seen a lot of France. They've been the best team in the world over the last 8 years, for sure. Consistently getting to 2 World Cup finals, winning the World Cup, losing the second one on penalties. It was an impressive performance. Very rare a group, a number 1 seed with world class players as Holland are get taken apart like that, and defeated convincingly. That's very rare. So it was interesting to see.
You need a special night for everything to come right for you. The crowd, the team, create a very special moment in Irish football history.
Yeah, it is a special night. Great tradition with Ireland and France over the years. There's been tremendous. The players can take inspiration from that. I think we've been building this team for the last 2 years, and I feel now the young players that have come into the team have now become leaders themselves within the team, and this is the evolution of the growth of the team. We've seen it, and we're looking forward to playing France. We know that we respect their exceptional achievements, but we also find that exciting as well.
That's lovely.
Do I have that?
Stephen, just going back to Seamus Coleman, has he done any training this week, and what sort of percentage you give him of starting tomorrow, and how important is he for his experience in a backline that is relatively young age-wise?
We'll have to see on that today and see how it goes. I wouldn't like to get drawn into percentages, but certainly Seamus a very good player. I think it's not so much his experience as that he's actually playing well himself at the moment. His experience is a factor, but his performance for Everton has been very good. For footballing reasons, he merits his place in the team because he's been playing very well for Everton, and he's had an injury-free run and has been able to train regularly over the last number of months, and has performed very well for Everton. So I think and he is the captain, of course. But we'll have to see on that. We'll have to see.
You're up against probably the best player in the world in Mbappe tomorrow night. How do you handle that? Do you do anything special to try and stop it?
I think we respect the talents that France have, and they have numerous. I think Mbappe is obviously an exceptional player, and it would be, I think we have to back ourselves and have the conviction the way we play. Ultimately, we will, we will show the courage that's needed tomorrow night. But it would be naive not to have provisions. We're not naive enough to suggest that we don't have to pay attention to him, because obviously he's an exceptional player, but they have a lot of exceptional players.
Joe Cullen.
Hi, Stephen. Thanks. Just kind of developing on that point, when you see France put forward past the likes of the Netherlands, does that affect the way you set up? Is there a temptation to maybe set up a little bit more conservatively than usual when you're given that?
No, absolutely not. I think been working on a way of playing for the last 2 years. We're very, very comfortable in possession. As comfortable as any team in Europe now in possession. Why would we change now? Why would we take a step back now? This is the time that the team needs to show conviction. When the lights come on in the Aviva and the atmosphere is as raucous as it will ever be, and as electric as it will ever be, and France, one of the best team in the world, coming at us, do we just suddenly then change and not have the courage to do that? and just accept a slow death, you know. Definitely not, and I think we show tomorrow night, we need to show fire and ice, like we need to show fire, we need to have that level of tenacity in our play and an aggression in our play, but also have composure in possession and have that level of calm in our play in possession. And I think it's trying to combine the two. It's not easy against the best team in the world who have formidable form, as we've seen the other night. But that's the way we will definitely approach it that way.
Damien Spellman, please.
Stephen, when you first got the job, this was the campaign that you had at the back of the mind. How far down the road to where you want to be are you?
Well, I'm very pleased with the quality overall that the players have shown recently, and we're improving. I think we're an improving team. We've won 8 of our last 15 games, and I think over the last 20 games we've only lost 5, and none of them have been more than a goal. So we feel we can play well against a lot of teams. France are a level up. They're a level up. They have been exceptional. So it will be a test, a real test. There's no doubt about that. A huge test, but one that that's what you live for, these games. And I think the players all want to play, and it's excited about playing, and it's a very exciting game to be involved in and to play in, and that's the beauty of the game itself, being involved in these games.
We'll have Gavin and Ed in the live section, please.
And just one for Josh. Josh, Kevin Kilbane wrote a piece about you a couple of weeks ago, and he wrote that you demand the ball whenever your team is overwhelmed. How important will that skill and that attitude be against France?
Yeah, I think like the manager touched on there, that's the way we play, that's the way I play, and it's going to be very important to stick to our principles tomorrow night. So nothing changes for us. We play the way we play, and I'll do my job, or try and do my job as best as I can, like I do every game for the team.
And Stephen, how can your team hurt France tomorrow night?
That's not an easy challenge. It's a tough challenge. Apart from their attacking strengths, France are obviously exceptionally good defensively, and that is a challenge. I think we feel we've got goals in the team, and we have the capacity to score goals, and we've shown that. But that's a big challenge for us to penetrate France, because they are very compact, screen in the midfield, players screen in the back four, and good defenders. So that will be a big challenge that we have to overcome.
Final question on live from Ed.
Stephen, I just looking back at the game for my team, as you mentioned, the quality of the Dutch possess, unable to play through this sort of clever, treated French press that they employ across the midfield, and affected it clearly by the fear factor that France bring. How do you take on those two sort of aspects of the game?
Yeah, listen, obviously we've analysed France, and it was a very good performance from the other night, and of course we learned from the game the other night, and so there's a lot to consider with that performance, and but we've seen it with my own eyes anyway, because I've seen them live a few times, and I'm well aware of their strengths, so we take all of that into account.